Good day, aviators. Angel, get down from there. Yes, you're a good kid. Go on. Sorry. Today we are building a fighter jet, and I'm doing a time lapse of the build, and I'm doing a voiceover. I originally had a live commentary, but it turned out I got like 7 hours of raw footage, so that was very, very ineffective. I mean, I don't think anybody, including myself, would want to watch a 7-hour video. So we're not watching a 7-hour video, we're watching a half-hour video, or a bit longer than a half-hour video. What the heck am I doing? Oh, I'm resetting my controls because that's the thing apparently. Editor extension Redux will reset that. So they're just getting back into the game at what would seem to be like a speedrunner pace. But yeah, we're working on trying to design a perfect fighter jet, although in the end I was unhappy with it, so another video will be trying to build a fighter jet that can take this fighter jet in a one-on-one or more, like a 2v1, two of this versus that, and hopefully win while I'm piloting it, and I'm a very, very terrible pilot most of the time. So as you can see, I'm constructing the vessel here. I am going to do some engine clipping in a little bit, simply because I wasn't getting the thrust-to-weight ratio that I needed. You can see it in Kerbal Engineer up there. Right now the thrust-to-weight ratio isn't as bad, but I can't read it from here because I'm using video proxy. But the thrust-to-weight ratio still wasn't that good. I just loaded up a previous plane design that I liked a lot to try and replicate that a little bit. That's why I loaded that up. And that also turned out fairly well. Anyways, what you're seeing here is me using procedural wings to just create like a baseline wing piece. I'm gonna add 4 swept wings. There goes an alarm ruining my commentary. Why? How rude. So you can see me setting up the control surfaces here. I got off track a lot during the live commentary, most notably talking about how delusional I am now. And that is true, I am very delusional. I mean, I'm weaponizing a game meant for space travel, which there will be space travel in this video. Well, not much of it, but there will be a little bit. We're going to try and shoot down the satellite, but I'm not going to tell you how that went. You're going to have to find out for yourself. You're going to have to watch the video. We're getting the wings set up here, and so that this thing can fly. And I also want my channel to fly, so if you guys could like and subscribe, that would be amazing, and that would help me out a bunch. But you don't need to. I'm doing this as a hobby, so I just want my channel to have some longevity to it. And, you know, making money off of a hobby is great, but I'm nowhere near that milestone yet, so we'll get there eventually. Anyway, I'm setting up the wing control surfaces now for the aircraft. They're a good, decent way from the decent way away from the center of mass. And you can see me trying to get it lined up so it looks good. The procedural wings look really nice. Their texture, and I believe you can customize the texture some. Yeah, I moved the wings up a little bit to make the rear, to move the center of lift forward a little bit for more maneuverability because it is a fighter jet, as well as to make the rear control surfaces look more like horizontal stabilizers, just to make it look a little bit better. And there I am with the engine clipping. I ended up putting 1 ramjet and 2 Panthers, so 1 whiplash and tool on each engine. I put the 3rd Panther in there for some reason. Don't know why. Oh, it's because the whiplashes don't thrust vector, so it breaks the illusion of it being one engine. Anyway, my excuse for this, though, is that heavier engines... What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing here. See, I told you I'm delusional. Like, I don't know why I rotated the plane. Okay, so I am using the Airplane Plus landing gear, which looks really good, and it would have fit the aesthetic of this build really nicely, but it's fairly buggy. I hit launch there, but I cut out that test, because although the test went well, it's kind of boring, and I want to focus on the build for right now, until we get to one of the more major tests, although I do have some of the flight that I cut out at the end of the video. So, you can watch till the end if you want to see that. Approaching 6-minute mark, I tested it again. I still liked it, but the landing gear still bothered me, so I was going to do that. I think I forgot to hit save that time, and that's why I don't remember what that test was. Mostly it's just maneuverability and speed tests. I don't like the way the air brakes are there, so that's why I'm adjusting that. I'm just making sure that the others look good as well. So just me doing stuff that I do. Okay, and now I'm recoloring it because I like aircraft that are black. Makes it look nice and stealthy. The wings may seem like I'm not going to be able to make those look dark colored, but I'm having some trouble getting to that third engine in there. So eventually I just do it from the staging. Although I am going to I'm playing around with the coloring, trying to get it to keep the texture, but I just decided to do the HSRI texture, just because I wasn't going to go through that much hassle. So it looks nice and stealthy now. Although while I was recoloring it, I was talking about stealth, and that made me think to check the RCS, or radar cross-section, which was what that bottom thing was a little bit ago. But it's really hard to make stealthy aircraft in KSP. Just the way the Armory does it is a bit weird. You can see me adding the missile pylons now. This aircraft could hold plenty of missile pylons if it wanted to, but I eventually take out one of them. I may have already done that. It's kind of hard to tell with the time lapse. I'm adding a light there. Lights give us some issues later down the road, but it's not that bad. So it's just one of the places that I put the lights, and I'm going to add a light to the right there. It doesn't really work well, but it does its job. I was joking about how that made it look like an insect, but I eventually decided against really going for it. The gun worked, but the gun was sort of misaligned. I like to clip a GAW-8, the A10 gun, into the nose of my planes. It looks nice and clean, and it's in line, making it easier to aim. Bella, my cat, my second cat, is interrupting my commentary, jumping around, making chittering noises. They're absolute cuties, though. They're two little ragdolls. Anyway, I think we're approaching... Oh yeah. Right on time. I was going to say, I think we're approaching the flight test. And I believe I start doing a commentary. Oh no. No, I don't. Oh, I didn't realize I kept this flight test in, but it is also at 4 times speed. So, yeah, it flies reasonably well, but I think this was a speed test, which ended up not working as well, so I'm reverting. We're about 10 minutes into the video now, so we're making good time. there's me adding a ramjet. I thought I added a whiplash at some point. Will I scale it down a little bit? The goal of the whiplash is to make it have higher performance at higher altitudes and speeds, because ramjets are really good for getting to the thing. And we, for some reason, just cut to the landing there. Don't know why I did that. But yeah, the craft landed, and there's me using vessel mover to move it on through the runway. I remember joking about saying you did not see it go off the end of the runway. I didn't realize that I left any tests in, but I wasn't really well able to check the editing because of how low FPS the thing is. I have to render it to get a good FPS. I'm trying to increase the size of some of the control surfaces here to increase like the lever mechanic, make it have a bit more strength. And we're doing another flight test that I forgot to cut out, apparently. Anyways, you get to see how it flies, so it's not a bad thing. It flies quite well. It's still on 4 times speed. This is actually nothing new. This was fun. Just some basic maneuvers, barrel rolls. I do try to do a cobra, but it doesn't exactly succeed. Installing the plane and doing what a cobra does. I'm a lot better pilot now than I used to be, though. I used to be on some of those really low maneuvers. I wouldn't be able like that. Oh. Right. Yeah. Point proven. I was gonna say really low altitude maneuvers like that. I thought I was gonna recover from that. I didn't remember crashing. But hey, it's not a big deal, is it? Because I'm human too, and I'm still a very, very bad pilot. So, whatever. And here we are doing another flight test. Now we're on the runway having a very fast-paced flight. It only looks fast-paced though because of things. Trying to do some cobra maneuvers. Still not that successful though. And we're stalling, but it's ridiculous thrust-to-weight ratio. I got a little overconfident there. I was going to say it's ridiculous thrust-to-weight ratio allows it to recover from stalls really quickly, and I was testing out just how well it could recover from stalls. And the answer is really well, but don't get overconfident. Don't get cocky. Just getting the symmetry on correctly. I'm gonna end up with, I believe, 6 AMRAAMs, winders, and 12 sidewinders. I'm gonna put the arm, so no. 4 AMRAAMs. No, yeah, 4 AMRAAMs, 12 sidewinders, 2 harms, and I was testing out some missiles for that bottom thing, but I decided to leave it empty for now. Gives it a little bit more customizability, and I'm just putting in our flare and chaff. And I haven't keybind that yet. Oh, now I'm working on the, apparently I did keybind it. Now I'm working on a large target aircraft to test out the air-to-air capabilities of our plane. This is the first actual combat test of our aircraft. And I'm just cycling through the textures, seeing what textures I think look good, and I decide on that, apparently. And I'm putting a probe core there, and that looks weird, so I decided to just clip the, yeah, like that. I like to part clip. I don't do it to get more fuel. I will do it to get a higher thrust-to-weight ratio if necessary, but mostly I do it for aesthetics. and I don't want more engine, you know, I don't want to have more fit. I don't want it to look like it has more engines. I want it to look like it has, I want it to look like it's a twin engine craft, with extremely powerful, but extremely heavy, engines with a high fuel consumption. So that's my excuse. I believe I said that earlier in the commentary, though. I am still delusional, as always. I am a very delusional person. I am not your normal amount of delusional. I am extreme delusional. Where was I going with this tangent? I don't really know. Whatever. We're just building this airliner craft, a big clunky craft, and it takes several tries to get it off the ground, although I do believe I cut out most of those flight tests. And I do believe I slow it down for like the final kill. I was going to use Airplane Plus's flaps. I eventually decide against it, as you'll see in a little bit, but yeah, right there. But there's a problem of it being out of line, so I work for a while trying to come up with a solution to that. And I eventually just copy Matt Lowndes' method from his B-52 replica in his X-15 video. I tried to get something that was a little bit more thematically consistent, but I just couldn't get it to work and actually look good. So I just grabbed Elevon 4. I'm currently unable to find it, so I just search it up and then I tweak scale it a little bit. Matt Lowndes didn't tweak scale his, so mine looks a bit, mine fits the size a bit more accurately. Now I'm just setting all the control surfaces. If you guys want me to, I can do an in-depth fighter jet tutorial. I've worked on fighter jet designs a lot over the past couple of years. I just entered a stage where building spacecraft didn't appeal as much to me as building fighter jets. I really loved stuff like the F-22. Aerodynamics is really interesting to me, and I'm not playing with FAR, although I probably will do a designing perfect fighter jet part 2. I'll probably do several trying to design the perfect fighter jet, and one of those will probably be a challenge for Ferrum Aerospace Research to make a plane that doesn't undergo RUD when you pull a maneuver. That was a little opacity transfer, whatever, to the next stage of building to add second engine there, because the first one barely took off. So we're going to, yeah, that does not end up ending well. We lose the back half of the plane, we lose all engines, but otherwise it's fine. I'm thinking about eventually doing KSP movies once I get a better computer. Currently, like, I want 1,000-part ships to have really big, massive space battles, like something you'd see from Star Trek or Star Wars. But my current little laptop, as good as it is, can't necessarily handle 1,000-part ships that well. Like, I want more than 5 FPS. Like, I can speed it up in the editor. That's not a problem. The frame rate isn't an issue as far as the actual movie quality goes, because I can just speed it up. That's the actual playability of the game. Although I guess I could turn up the max delta physics time per frame, or whatever that setting is, or just use better time warp to slow time down so that it has more time to perform the physics calculations, so that it slows down the actual speed of the game, but it doesn't affect the frame rate, which could result in ultra smooth frame rates for the final product, which, yeah, I think that's going to be the best course of action. And I might actually be able to do it on my computer in that case, although I'm not currently using visual mods, and I'm going to have very, very decked out visual mods. So I might wait for a new computer anyway, just so that I have a better graphics card that actually comes with a tower instead of the GPU that comes with the laptop. So here we are approaching the target. We've enabled our radar, and we are approaching the target at high speeds. We're gaining speed really quickly. We're aiming. I think I slow down to real time in a second. I believe. Okay, apparently not. But yeah, that's really satisfying there. You can just see all of that debris just go and explode in all directions. I did mute the audio though, because otherwise it gets really high pitched and it sounds really annoying. And then we'll do some dogfights, and we'll see how well I can actually dogfight these enemy craft. I will probably load several of these, and I just got interrupted by my past self. 0. How rude. Vessel mover. I'll just move over here, place vessel. Here we go. When am I going to shut up? And then I'm going to open that cargo bay. This is ridiculous. And I'm going to say the flight computer. I'm going to say activate pilot. And turn standby mode on. So I'll close. Oh. Got rid of the other autosave, unfortunately. So we'll have 2 of these versus me. Can I just interact? Yeah, I can do that. Oh, it's tilted. It's a little bit. Activate pilot, and then we'll engage the engines. Then we'll load a regular one and we'll just spawn it here. Then we'll place vessel. And we'll grab BD Armory. I will be Team B, and I will take off. I lowered the landing gear. That was a mistake. Where are the other ones? They're just flying around. Alright, so... Okay, that was close. And he's shooting at me. And I'm lagging.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Alright, that's gonna crash. That's gonna force me into the ground. So, he is firing at me. Oh, no, he's firing at the thing on the ground. You absolute moron. Alright, so I'm locked. I need to get into a good weapons envelope, like that. I think that's a fairly decent weapons envelope. Or not. His flares and chat. Alright, let's grab the Vulcan. Flares away. Where is the enemy fighter? He's down there. Oh wait, it's because I'm on the wrong team. Oh, I forgot to change teams, I think. That's embarrassing. If I do that, does he start getting aggressive? Because I believe... Yeah, he's team A. And I'm team B now. Okay, so I was... That was why. I'm guessing that's why the Sidewinders weren't. And now we're... Recover, recover. Oh, that was close. That was a close one. What is our orientation? If this behaves anything like it does in real life, then his targeting system should be confused by terrain scatter, but I don't think it works that way in BD Armory. Although this is quite a fun fight, even though I'm... Okay, that was close. So I need to go locked. I need to pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. There we go. Nope, pull up. Pull up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Where is our friend? Where is our friend over here? He's here. Come on, come on, come on. I think we won. Fire a missile at a falling part. So we're just gonna disable that. I've never actually tried landing with MAF enabled. So we were not in line with the runway. We're gonna deploy our parachutes. Come to a safe landing.